Hi folks, here we are going to engage in a mid to long-term analysis for the price of gold. There is still a chance that we see a 15% continuation of the current bull run. We're going to see why from a technical point of view. And finally, I'm going to offer a downside and upside scope for the coming month while mentioning some near-term technical signals we could use as triggers for a commitment in gold. So let's get it. Here we have the chart, the weekly chart of gold, priced in a basket of currencies. So we have a global view of its current price action. We see here gold price in dollar, in euro, in yen, sterling, Canadian dollar, sterling dollar, and New Zealand dollars. We have gold priced in a basket of currencies. It's not very different from what gold in dollar terms is doing, but offers a slightly broader view. And we see the chart here organized by a ascending blue line acting as support. It was last tested here on August 21. And we're going to see if we are organized the chart based on that line, starting with that line. We see other more intermediate lines here on the weekly chart. We're coming back to them shortly. So we start the analysis by finding a parallel of this blue line, just taking the line here and seeing if we can draw find out a channel for the current price action. And if we anchor the line here, the resistance line, the potential channel line here on this August 2020 high, we see that more or less it break here the ascending intentions here of the price of gold here in April and then in June 22. And if we take this line further back and just to see if it makes sense from a historical point of view, if that angle played out here, we don't have a lot of sense here. But we can find meaningful support and resistance levels here, or swing highs and lows in the past. And we just can take that line, let's say to the 2009 here, 2008 financial crisis induced low here. And we see that in the past, during this bull run here, from that low, from that mentioned low, up to here 2012 July, where we had an intention here of breaking lower. It ascended again and then it pierced it later in April 2013, and finally in June broke down to the downside. So it was a pretty long ascending move here, and the price action that we had here at the final stages of the bull run were quite interesting. So we want perhaps to keep that line anchored on that important swing low here, and just let it project into the future. So now we can have a scope for the potential upside from here. If we measure it in percentage terms, we have to, because the price here is not a tradable price, since we are looking at gold in a basket of currencies. But we can see here the potential for an 18% move. We can see also a downside risk potential here of almost 17% as well. And if we consider this horizontal line here from the August 2020 high here, that could flip into a support, we can see the risk of almost 10% correction here. But that correction would only come if we first lose that ascending support here marked by this green line. This green line is just one of a series of green lines that we are using here from the past, all having the same angle, the same ascendant angle here, just drawing parallels to the historical price action. So if we lose that line, we could start looking here for a bounce to that line, or even a recapture here of the channel support. We do have here at the last days of September, we do have here an interesting intersection between that blue long-term support and this downward sloping support line that comes from this more recent highs here in 2020 and November 21. This intersection here, which comes at the 19th September, could be a time price target in the near term. So there is still risk, but we would have to lose that support first. So in order to have a continuation to the upside, I would say we would have to take again here another parallel line to this horizontal support resistance. We do have this line tested a couple times, so I wouldn't take it as seriously now as a resistance because it was already tested twice. But we do have this triangular area where the price is now contained, and a break up north here from this line would have as a technical target any point here along this ascending intermediate channel with this intersection here in October inside. Okay, we can also use some indicator work here, working on the RSI. We can use the same support and resistance work on the RSI, and if we take this important swing highs and lows here in the price section, and we trace a line based here on the swings penciled here on the RSI, we see that these swing highs correspond here to resistances on the RSI, and then finally we had a breakout here in February this year. We had some price action above that broken line, and then we had the RSI coming back below that line, while the price is already a lot higher than the broken support on the chart, on the price chart. And then we had the RSI retesting that line from below. So we could use that line, a break of that line upwards together with some meaningful price action here on the price chart could be a confirmation signal that we are headed northwards, and using the same support resistance work, we could also trace a line here based on this swing lows on the RSI, and if we lose any of these supports, then we could have this support here in danger if it is not broken at that time, and see the possibility of the market correcting lower. Okay, so this is the scope for the next coming weeks. We're going to look at gold in dollar terms in a future video. Hope you liked, and I see you in another video. Take care. Bye for now.